Chitra is someone whose travel escapades and her pictures on Facebook inspire anybody and everybody to start a new adventure. Chitra, to the episode and talking about travels, talking about making holidays special. I admire your Facebook updates and posts where you talk so much about the places that you visit, about the culture, connecting with locals and local people. I thought it'd be a great idea to share your experiences. So I have a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
My first question is, why do you think travel experiences are so important in one's life?
First of all, thank you so much, Aarti, for inviting me over.
My pleasure.
It's my pleasure to be on this. An awesome feeling to be on a YouTuber video with you jointly. I feel great, and thank you for the introduction. Lovely introduction. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
So to address your question on why travel, I think in a lot of ways, travel helps one to kind of explore beyond what you currently do and right? So it enriches you with a lot of experiences, opens up possibilities, and also gives you a lot of perspectives of life. So I may sound a little cliche, but truly it has. In my case, it has.
No, I'm sure. I've also heard the same thing. Travel expands your horizons.
It does. It totally does. Okay. Also, coming from India, it's a country which has a kaleidoscopic variety in terms of culture, history, and the landscape, just the sheer landscape itself, right? So I've always been very intrigued to go to a new place, find new things about new cultures and so on. And when I moved in here to this part of the world, and as an expat, I've spent a long number of years in this region, and I've traveled a bit. Luckily, this region that way has got a strategic locational advantage.
Absolutely, I agree with you. It's just middle of everything in the center.
And UAE is almost the gateway to Middle East, Africa, and Europe.
Agreed.
And I think expats, when they're here, they should best use of this locational advantage and try and travel as much as possible. I think that's very important. And it's also pocket friendly. It's not very expensive. One would think travel can be expensive, but not necessarily. You can have a pocket friendly budget holiday, or you can swing from budget into a lifestyle luxury holiday as well. And that's possible here. Yeah.
When you actually travel, what are things that you consider, or what should one look for while traveling? Since you travel so much and you come from a country, or rather we come from a country which is so vivid and has such a kaleidoscope effect to offer to the world in terms of culture, language, local geography, etc. So when you travel, what do you actually look for? How do you plan your holidays?
Sure. I would put that into two broad categories. I think the first bit, and it's the most interesting bit that I like too, is exploration before travel and actually planning the travel. So there are two different sections that one has to focus on. So let me just handle the first bit of it, right?
Sure.
So exploration before travel. So you need to understand and you need to look for what is it that you're looking for in a holiday. Right, so people have different desires and different likes and preferences on why they want a holiday.
That we did a Facebook survey and we saw, oh my God, there's so many different answers. Some people wanted to sleep, some wanted to shop, some wanted to quality time, some wanted to relax.
There you go. So there's so many different versions to why you want to travel, so many different answers that you have. So once you've made up your mind of why, and that's the reason what is that is going to be satisfying you when you travel, right? Once you figure that out, then the next is a cakewalk. You figure out which destination you can possibly get to, and with the abundance of information out there, it's so easy to find information, right?
Absolutely.
So you read up. That's the exploratory part, which is very interesting, because then you invest time and energy to read up and understand. And while you do that, you also learn a lot more things which you probably haven't been exposed to. So which is the best bit of it, right? And then once you have your interest zeroed in, once you found the location, and the next thing that you got to do about is, when is the best time to travel? It's very important that you know when to travel, because you don't want weather to dampen your travel plans, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So I think those are the few things that I would look at before getting on a travel plan. And then there's the actual travel plan. Now, the actual travel plan, there are mandatories, which is your flights and your hotels, right?
Etc.
And with all the online travel aggregators in the market, and more so coming in the country,
absolutely,
that's the easy bit. You just get on one of those portals and you're able to figure out where you want to stay and what within your budgets and which flight you want to take. So you set. So once you've done that, what do you want to do in that destination that you are, right? So that's important. So depending on what you want as a holiday break. So if you ask me what I do, I read up a lot before I go. And to me, that's more experience, that's more enjoyable than actually being on the ground as well, right? So that's more enjoyable. And I do things which locals recommend to me. So when I go to any destination, I ask the locals in there, what's the best food that you get here? What is the best place to go? What is it that I should not miss out? Because there's so much information available out there which will tell you top 10 things to do, top 5 things to do, right?
Exactly.
But those are only top 5, top 10.
Yeah.
There is so much more beyond the top 5, top 10, and which you would not know unless only you talk and connect with a local, and that person is able to guide you through it.
Reading and actually doing it is like an adventure unraveling itself while you're there.
Totally.
And this is something I understand from my travels as well. And like you rightfully said, to know a place, you have to be, when you're in Rome, do what the Romans do.
Precisely.
Interesting.
Precisely.
Have you ever considered, while in planning of your trips, etc., thought about insurance as such, just to make sure that it adds up to your adventure? Have you ever thought about these things?
I always think of insurance. One has to take care of travel insurance when you decide to travel. I personally do that. I do my bit of reading around what's the best insurance package to take, and I choose wisely. Also because I've had a personal experience where my mom, I traveled with her and then she fell ill in one of the destinations. It was in London, so it was easy. So for me it was quite easy because they're very well equipped, right? So it was a hospital. Then we had to rush her in there, and she was taken care of. The insurance covered it for me.
Awesome.
So it was like taken care of. That's my personal experience.
Okay.
So I think it's very important that everybody, when they travel with family or alone, it's important that you get your insurance in place.
And it's a part of planning.
It has to be part of planning.
Your adventure is lived up to the maximum, and you don't have any dumping. So being a vital part of the industry, and obviously seeing also so many travel providers and having so many experiences, what in your eyes are the key drivers to providing a great travel service?
In my opinion, Aarti, I think it's important that travel is customized. Like perfume is a personal choice.
Wow,
right? That's the analogy I would like to take.
What a beautiful analogy.
Thank you. So it's that personal. I for some one reason believe travel packages, when they put it all together, these are for safe bet people. These are people who just want to take a travel package, everything is taken care of, and then just move on, right? But I think what is interesting and what's important is customization. So when you get into customization, I think that is a key success factor in driving travel. So, and customization, when I say customization, it's each one of us love to travel for different reasons,
Absolutely.
isn't it? So besides flights and hotels that can be bought off the shelf, I think it's key to work on a customized travel plan based on one's needs. So when you work with a travel consultant, you got to make those specific requirements in there.
Absolutely.
And if you're your own travel consultant, then do all the reading that's required to be done, and work the package out so that it's as personal to you as it would be like if it is a perfume that you would use.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. What a beautiful analogy, and so very well put up. I mean, I'm so thankful, and I'm so glad that you could come, you could talk about, travel, you could give your ideas, and somebody who's got these amazing pictures that, make places beautiful, make adventures seem like they're real adventures, and actually make sure and bring about the essence of actually giving that life is a celebration, or life could be celebrated. So interested. So keep celebrating, keep enjoying, keep traveling, and keep ensuring the interest. So nice.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you.